I saw him last time. He was good. Remembers basically everything with the offense, and the biggest thing for him was just kind of getting that feel with the rush. It's one thing to throw when we're routes on air or one-on-ones, but to get in there and be able to take some reps with the line in there and just be able to see everything kind of develop and our players' body language, how they run routes. I mean, that's the biggest difference for them, and just kind of getting that feel back in the pass rush.
If I could follow, did you feel or see, I should say, that he was comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, he said he felt good, and he's not going to sugarcoat anything with me. So it was good that he felt just right back in it.
Adam, how long does it take him to learn little things about receivers, like where they like the ball in a certain situation, maybe what their favorite or least favorite routes are, things that make up a receiver?
Yeah, we kind of build it into the offense. Our guys are, they're also different. So we kind of specialize in certain routes, and it's no secret that we do that, and other teams know that. And just, we just kind of have moves off the, certain routes, and he just was trying to figure out who does what, and he just jumped right back in. It seemed like he'd been here for a minute.
What percentage of the playbook would you estimate is different than the one he last reviewed with you?
It's more the terminology, with I think there's a few more teams that we were all kind of using the same terminology. We kind of switched it up just to, being in a lot of our stuff originated with New England, so we had to make sure that we kind of changed a lot of the terms up, and we changed a few things from the last when I was in Chicago. But I mean, he looked at it. He's got it all down already.
Can you give us a sense of how much of a reset this is for the offense? Because it's a change of quarterback, but it is a guy, like you said, you got a lot of familiarity with.
Yeah, I didn't see a problem.
It feels like a continuation to you?
Yeah, I mean, our guys do a good job. They adjust well, and Matt does a good job it's like when he jumped in there. We just keep rolling, guys. Just keep doing what they're supposed to do. That's why, we try to be as detailed as we can when we're running routes, no matter who's back there. And the quarterbacks, if they're not, when Ryan was practicing and Matt was the backup, I mean, he knew how those guys all ran routes by, when we go through the film of practice. And when he jumped in there, it just was nice and smooth. So, it just seems like whoever we put back there, receivers, the line, all those guys, the backs, they do a good job. It just they stay consistent.
You were with yesterday at Jay on Thursday. Are there others who've already ruled out?
No, I haven't.
There's a possibility that Jai could play.
I'd be hard pressed to do it. I got to wait for him to kind of be officially cleared from the protocol. Like, he's still in it. Like, this was kind of part of the process with that. So, I mean, I'll be smart. I haven't met on this one yet because they usually don't do it till the day before.
I'm sorry, is Larry Tunsil expected to play?
Once again, I'll figure it out here tomorrow. That's when we'll talk about it.
Is he okay? I'm sorry, is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
There's obviously no running back controversy, but the more carries that Kenyon Drake gets in the practice setting, it looks like he's getting just that much more comfortable. What are you seeing out of him as far as explosion and comfort up there?
The more reps, he can get, the better. Last year we were kind of in and out in the spring, and we had so much work to do with with Jay, and then Arian was here, and Damian, and kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit. So being able to get him as many reps as we can is valuable for us, and just getting him comfortable and understanding kind of how everything works with the run game, where he fits, where he's supposed to go. I mean, the reps for him are very, very important.
What's your philosophy for playing time in the first preseason game?
Play until somebody tells you to come out.
As far as Jay's arm strength is concerned, he said he needs a couple days to be able to build that up. How did that look to you?
Fine. You don't have to worry about his arm strength.
Adam, what is your thought process with the new rules for cuts this year? Are you planning to do a big one at the end, or is it something that you're working through as you
for us, when you're a coach, you don't have to that fourth preseason game, especially, you're going to get a lot of guys that get more tape. I was excited. It was really tough to play some of the fourth preseason games. Been involved in games where you're kind of hoping nobody gets hurt because you don't have that many guys. And it's going to be, new, and it's a great opportunity for a lot of guys.
So you generally plan on keeping a big group
Yeah.
until the end?
Yeah.
Adam, we've seen growth from Jakeem as a receiver clearly these last few days. What's impressed you about how he's developed in that regard?
I think he just feels comfortable. He understands what he's supposed to do. He doesn't have to worry about, all these different options you have inside. That's why slot is a lot harder than a lot of people realize. You're working off the DB a lot and trying to figure out leverages and kind of, what you're supposed to do to be on the same page as the quarterback. And I think us putting him out there on the outside, it just lets him use his strength, his quickness off the ball, his vertical speed. The way he, when he makes a cut, he creates separation, and you get the ball in his hand, and there's open space. It's a dangerous situation for the defense, and I just see a guy that's very focused. He wants to do right. He's really been good in the meetings. He's trying to be one of those guys that does things as perfect as he can, and it's been good so far.
I apologize. I saw Ryan Tannehill out there talking to Jay. How do you envision his role moving forward? And of course, is there any medical update?
Yeah, there's no medical update. As far as what he's going to do, we just talked about staying engaged. Just like he's going to be able to help me a lot. So, it's not an easy situation for him to be in. It's tough to stand there and watch when you've worked as hard as he has to come back, and he knows what kind of team this is. He knows that these guys have been doing things together for the last 8 months or so, 7 months, and it's just tough when you put that much work in there to have to sit out. And he'll stay involved. I mean, I know it's important for him. He wants us to win, so he's going to do whatever he can to help.
We're all cutting off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mike Pouncey, any update as far as the progress?
I mean, he's doing exactly what we're telling him to do. So, told you. He ain't practicing. So, he's not practicing, so.
Some of the stuff Jay said yesterday made it sound like you guys have kind of a funny relationship, funny back and forth. How much does he kind of go at you about things, or start stuff with you?
He does it. The communication's good. It's just we're probably both a little bit, we're both smart asses, so we make comments to each other all the time about every little tiny thing that goes on, and I think a lot of all our quarterbacks are really like that. Kind of opening. That's just kind of how I am, and they're not afraid to give it back to me. I mean, that whole group is opening up a tidal wave of stuff.
Is that part of why you and Jake clicked originally? Was just because you both like to instigate and educate with each other?
I don't know. I mean, he was, coming out of Vandy. It was just a weird situation. I picked him up at the airport, and I was a quality control guy. Just met him there, and we didn't have a quarterbacks coach, so he was with me the whole time. It was just, we just kept running into each other. It was like, I go to Denver, he's there, and then he leaves, and then March goes to Chicago, and we were talking about kind of how that whole dynamic would work and what to expect, and then the next thing I know, I'm in Chicago. So I mean, it was just kind of kept bumping into each other as far as like guys in the league and people that we've been around. We just keep this league's trying to cross over a lot, so we just kept in touch.
Sorry to interrupt earlier. Are you happy, glad that these preseason games are finally started?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for guys to prove what they've been doing out here in the real game. You get to tackle, and every time you think you're either sacked or a negative play, now it's you got to take the guy to the ground, and it's good. I mean, we need it. That's why we did live periods this year to get better at tackling and blocking and finishing plays, and these preseason games are a continuation of that.
With guys like Harris and Raekwon and rookies there, you expect to play a fair amount this year. What do you want to see in the next 4 weeks?
Just keep getting better every day. That's it. I mean, we just pay attention to every little detail that we're doing, and keep pushing guys to get better, and don't get complacent.
You obviously touched on the skill guys, rookies from last year. What have you seen from Carew? Do you feel like he's improving?
Yes, I think he has way better grip on the playbook, playing way faster. Like his game speed or practice speed in this case has been light years from last year. He's very comfortable. You can see why we drafted him, because strong hands, big guy, physical at the line of scrimmage. His quickness has gotten better. His releases have gotten better this year, and he has a better feel of what defenses are trying to do and why they do it, and I think that's really helped him.
So
Adam, did Jay and you hit it off right away, or did your relationship build?
No, I mean we were good right from the get-go. I mean, you spend a day and a half with somebody all day long. Like you're either good or you're not. So
with the offensive guard, center, left tackle, left guard situation, how are you going to work that in terms of Urban and scheme and decide who plays what on that first team?
Whatever Chris does, that's what it's going to be. You know, we're working everybody everywhere, and that's a good thing about having a really good O-line coach. You don't question what he does. You let him do his job, and I trust him because he gets so many guys ready to play so many different positions. And when we get in a game situation, you got 7 guys up. He always had we had great plans and contingency plans all over the place. This guy goes on, he'll go through it so fast. I just never even have to worry about it.
So there was, it looked like there was a palpable decline in swag or whatever you want to call it, in the team after the Ryan injury. Is that back now? Is the excitement?
I think the day after that happened was our best practice. Yeah, that was a punch in the gut for everybody. So, I thought Matt went in there, he was trying to pick everybody up, but I think we were all kind of like, did that just really happen? And then the next day, guys refocused, came out, and that was our best practice. I mean, there was high execution. Everybody was playing fast. The speed was great. We went back and watched that practice. We were all very excited because it really felt like it was that same mentality you saw when things weren't always going right the year before. So seeing those guys just understand, hey, this isn't ideal, but we got to move on and get it going again. And they came out the next day, and it was very impressive.
Coach, going back to Jakeem Grant, you said the move to the outside. Does that help streamline things for him because he's not necessarily worried about options and things that he has to process based upon leverage?
Yeah, it goes to it's his strength, is his speed and quickness, and by him moving outside, it allows him to do it. And you look at his size, and you just automatically think he should go in the slot, but play against these corners that are 6'2". I mean, he makes one move, and all of a sudden that guy's standing still, and he's by him. I mean, he's a hard guy to cover.
Guys, good? All right, thank you.